Book of Exodus, Chapter 9, from the Sunday School Bible. Copyright, The Sunday School Bible, LLC, 2025. All rights reserved. 1446 BC. The fifth plague. The cattle die. The Lord said to Moses, "Go to Pharaoh and tell him, the Lord God of the Hebrews says, let my people go so that they may serve me. If you refuse to let them go and continue to hold them, the hand of the Lord will be upon your cattle which are in the field, horses, donkeys, camels, oxen, and sheep. There will be a very severe and fatal disease that affects the livestock. The Lord will separate the cattle of Israel from the cattle of Egypt. Nothing will die that belongs to the children of Israel, Jacob. The Lord appointed a set time, saying, tomorrow the Lord will do this thing in the land." On the next day, the Lord did what he said he would do, and all the cattle of Egypt died. However, not one cattle died that belonged to the children of Israel, Jacob. Pharaoh sent someone to check, and behold, not one cattle was dead that belonged to the Israelites. The heart of Pharaoh was hardened, and he did not let the people go. The sixth plague, boils. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "Take handfuls of ashes from the furnace, and let Moses sprinkle it towards heaven in the sight of Pharaoh. It will become dust in all the land of Egypt, and will be a boil breaking forth, causing severely inflamed blisters upon humans, beasts, and throughout all the land of Egypt." Moses and Aaron took ashes from the furnace and stood before Pharaoh. Moses sprinkled the ashes toward heaven, and they became boils breaking forth, causing severely inflamed blisters on humans and on beasts. The magicians could not stand before Moses because of the boils, which were on the magicians and on the Egyptians. The Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, and Pharaoh did not listen to Moses and Aaron, just as the Lord had spoken to Moses. The seventh plague, hail. The Lord said to Moses, "Rise up early in the morning, stand before Pharaoh, and say to him, the Lord God of the Hebrews says, let my people go so that they may serve me, or else this time I will send all my plagues upon your heart, your servants, your people, and so that you may know that there is none like me in all the earth. I could have stretched out my hand and struck you with plagues, and struck your people with plagues, and you would have been destroyed from the earth. But for this very deed, for this cause, I have raised you up to show you my power, so that my name may be declared throughout all the earth. You have raised yourself against my people by not letting them go. However, tomorrow at about this same time, I will cause it to rain very strong hail, such as has never been seen in Egypt since its foundation. So now send instructions to gather your cattle and gather all that you have in the field, for on every human and on every beast which is found in the field that is not brought home will die from the hail that will come down on them." Those among Pharaoh's servants who feared the word of the Lord made their servants run into the houses, and made their cattle run into the houses. Those among Pharaoh's servants that did not respect the word of the Lord left their servants in the field, and left their cattle in the field. The Lord said to Moses, "Stretch forth your hand towards heaven, so that there will be hail that falls in all the land of Egypt, on man, on woman, on beast, and on every herb in the field." And Moses stretched forth his rod toward heaven, and the Lord sent thunder and hail, and fire ran along the ground. And the Lord rained hail on the land of Egypt. The hail, and fire mingled with the hail, were so severe that there had not been anything like it in all the land of Egypt since Egypt had become a nation. The hail struck throughout all the land of Egypt, all that was in the field, every man in the field, every woman in the field, every beast in the field, every herb in the field, and broke every tree in the field. There was no hail in the land of Goshen, which was where the children of Israel Jacob were located. Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron, saying to them, I have sinned this time. The Lord is righteous. I and my people are wicked. Plead to the Lord that there is no more mighty thunderings and hail, and I will let you go, and you will stay no longer. Moses said to Pharaoh, As soon as I am out of the city, I will spread my hands abroad to the Lord, and the thunder will cease, neither will there be any more hail, so that you may know now that the earth is the Lord's. But as for you and your servants, I know that you will not yet fear the Lord God. The flax and the barley were destroyed, because the barley was ready for harvest, and the flax was in bloom. But the wheat and rye were not destroyed, because they were not grown up. Moses went out of the city from Pharaoh, and spread his hands abroad to the Lord, and the thunders and hail ceased, and the rain stopped pouring down on earth. When Pharaoh saw that the rain, hail, and thunder had stopped, Pharaoh sinned again, and Pharaoh hardened his heart, and Pharaoh's servants hardened their heart. The heart of Pharaoh was hardened, and Pharaoh would not let the children of Israel Jacob go, just as the Lord had told Moses.